Denise, do you see the session? Okay, Mtambuzi, we're going.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome to Energy Cultivation Movement. Welcome to Wake Up Everybody, virtual community. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Adam. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm Brother Mtambuzi. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. All right,
I'm pronouncing
morning,
the name.
It's almost right. Mtambuzi.
Okay, Mtambuzi. Okay, cool.
That's right.
I want you, and I said it because I don't want anyone messing up your name out of respect.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Rachel. How you doing?
Morning.
Yeah. Welcome to Capoeira. Today we're going to be having Capoeira class. So I hope you guys are ready to do some movement and learn about the history of Capoeira. Who else we have here? Oh, good morning, Marie Lavelle. It's my grandma. Good morning, Grandma.
Good morning, Mtambuzi.
Good morning, Andrea. I'm Robin Baller. Good morning. It's my godmother. So today we'll be talking about capoeira. So everybody get ready to do a little bit of movement and also a quick discussion on exactly the history of capoeira and where it comes from.
Mtambuzi, don't forget your Facebook community. Welcome them into.
Oh yes, good morning. Yes, good morning to the Facebook community. Welcome to Capoeira. I know there's a few of you in the Facebook community. I can't see who's there, but whoever's there, good morning. Welcome to our Capoeira class. I hope you're ready to learn something. From West African Congo Angola region. We're gonna learn an art called Capoeira. Okay.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Wake we're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing, we're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Everybody's good? Okay, good to see y'all. Welcome to Capoeira Angola class. Everybody, for those who know how to pronounce it, everybody say Capoeira Angola. Good, exactly. Yes, Capoeira Angola is a African Brazilian martial arts, and it's something that stems from West Africa, basically like the Congo Angola region of Africa, and it's something I've been practicing since I was around 5 years old. So welcome to Capoeira Angola class. So first, we're going to be starting off today by doing a little bit of warm up so we can wake up our bodies, wake up our minds. And then after that, we're going to have a quick discourse on the history of capoeira. So I know last time we did the same thing, but today I want to go even further back, to where capoeira stems from the Bantu people of Africa, of West Africa and South Africa, going all the way up to West Africa. So we'll be talking about that. But before we do that, we'll do some movements, okay? Again, my name is Mtambuzi. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I've been doing capoeira since I was about 4 or 5 years old. And I've been teaching since I was 18 or 17 or something like that. So, so I'm gonna try my best to give you everything that I know about capoeira, and also the things that I'm still learning to this day. Like to this day, I'm still studying, I'm still learning about capoeira and how it relates to us today and how it relates to us in history and back in the past. So let's get started. You guys ready? All right. So we could cue the music. I'm gonna be doing a few things. So it's gonna be like a quick 8-minute warm up. So I'm not gonna really say too much. I want you guys, it's more like a follow along. So if you have enough space, I just cleared out a little bit of space for me, right? You don't need a lot of space to do capoeira. You just need a little bit of floor space, about just enough to move your feet, you know what I'm saying? But not a lot. And I'm gonna be doing movements like this. This is like a blocking movement, right? So when I do things like this with my arms, that means I'm blocking. It's gonna look like a dance. So capoeira it comes out of, we're gonna speak about this too, but it comes out of a disguise of a dance. So it's something that we did back when we were enslaved, because it was illegal for us to learn how to fight. It was legal for us to practice our traditions, our culture. So we disguised it as a dance so that the people who enslaved us wouldn't know that we were actually practicing our tradition and our culture. So we're gonna work on that, okay? So let's get started. I think it's sharing the screen, not the audio. I see the screen sharing. So yeah, when the music starts, just try your best to follow along. I'm not gonna do anything. I might get carried away, but if I get carried away, that's another thing I tell my students about capoeira. There's always an alternative. If you see me doing like a cartwheel and you know that you can't do a cartwheel, please don't do a cartwheel. I'm gonna try my best not to do a cartwheel, but sometimes I get if I feel it, I'm gonna start doing cartwheels. But if I do a cartwheel, do a little spin, right? It's about capoeira is that's what makes capoeira different than a lot of other martial arts. It's not, the rules are not set in stone. It's about it's about having a conversation, of flowing. So you're not going to do what you can't do, but you're also not going to stop the conversation. You're also not going to stop the movement. You're going to do the best you can do. So yeah, we're gonna work on it Take your time. We're gonna start off slow. So even if you're in your chair, that's another thing. Even if you're in your bed, in your chair, I would advise that you sit up and you could just move while you're sitting down. Try your best to replicate the movements while you're sitting in the bed, right? We're moving slowly, we're feeling the energy. I like to think of capoeira as a conversation, right? So if I'm doing a movement and you don't respond to my movement, if I do a kick like this, and you don't respond to my kick, sorry, I put my dirty feet in the camera. And you don't respond to the kick, then you're not responding to the conversation that I'm trying to have with you, right? And that's just, so I think of conversation, like you have to, it's call and response, okay? All right. So let's try it. I'm gonna stand up. Nice. Good job, guys. Everybody clap it up for yourselves. Woo. Woo, I'm out of breath. Yes, that was good. That was good. I saw you guys keeping up with me. And I gave you guys a test too. I started doing things that I don't know if everybody could do. But you passed the test because you kept moving. That's what's important. You kept moving. Good job.
Catch your breath, Mtambuzi. Catch your breath. You was over here showing up and showing out. You getting all low, handstands. Wow,
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
very impressed.
Yes, I was trying. I was trying.
So anybody want to share how they're feeling while Mtambuzi hydrates? I know I'm energized just watching. I'm mad I couldn't get up and move myself. Yes, Rachel.
Yeah, I'll say when you watch martial arts, you don't get the feeling of capoeira, right? It was so graceful. It was graceful. The movement was moving, right? I was like just sitting there watching. You know, I was doing the hand movement because I'm on the treadmill, but I was literally just watching, and I was captivated by the movement and how you also taught, because you were very slow in the movement where I could actually possibly catch on to that.
Okay.
You know, so thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Thanks for, I saw you participating even though you're on the treadmill. I love that. I love that.
Peace and blessing. This is Teresa. I just came on maybe like 10 minutes ago. But I was moving. I was in my bed moving, but I was moving. And so I felt good about it. And I thought about the music. The music was very calming and relaxing. And I've been dealing with some stuff. So I'm just going to, I might just start doing some movements this week with the things that I got to do to kind of keep my mind focused on, being in a positive mode. So that was good. Thank you so much for that music. It was really, you have the name of it?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna I can make sure we get the link in the chat with
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was really good. Is that Spanish or that's African or what is it?
That's a good question. That's actually, so the Portuguese were the people who colonized West Africa, the first people that colonized West Africa. So in Brazil, they speak Portuguese. So that's Portuguese mixed with a lot of African dialect. So we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
We have a hand raised, Cheryl.
Oh, yes, Cheryl.
Good morning, peace and blessings, family. I just wanted to say I'm so thankful for seeing you this morning because I lived in Brooklyn for a while and then I moved back to Florida. I'm originally from Florida, so I stay in a smaller town in Florida, kind of more South Florida. And I have kids that are not able to be exposed to the type of cultures and different things in our culture from our history to really, we miss that part of being here in Florida. And so when my son was younger, he was closer to maybe 4. I tried to get him in a class and he really didn't understand it, didn't really feel it. And now just watching you, just like Rachel said, the grace and the history behind it and the music and the feel is like, I got to get him back in a class. I'm going to find one for him. I'm very inspired. I'm thankful to see you this morning. And I give thanks for your gift that you're sharing with us. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you so much. Did you say he lives in Florida?
Yes, we're in Vero Beach, Florida. So they did have a community here. I'm gonna try to connect again, or if you know anything, of course, of anybody in Florida.
If that's close to Miami, then I got you. But it doesn't sound like it's close to Miami.
It's not. We're like 2 hours, south of Miami. So I mean, north of Miami.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a towel. Give me 2 seconds.
So everybody who was moving, if you go back and you watch the videos, you'll see that I was spotlighting you. One of the things that I personally enjoy about capoeira is somebody who has had lower limb surgeries. It's very low impact. And it is moving at your own pace. We've seen Mtambuzi move very slowly. We've also seen him move quickly and rapidly. So for those who may have limited mobility, this is still a good exercise for you. And he's got something to share with the community in a little bit about an offer that he has. Mtambuzi, I've also given you privilege. You can share that slide when you're
Okay.
ready.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So before I share the slide, I just wanted to, so last time, for those of you who were here in class, I spoke about the basics of capoeira, the capoeira history. So I'll go over that really quickly again, because it's so, I personally think it's so powerful. But and it also will go a little deeper. I know we don't have, how much time do we have, would you say? Or we're good on time, whatever.
So the time now is 7:23. This is a
Okay.
30-minute session. Just let
Okay.
the community know how
Okay.
much more time you'll need before complete.
Okay. Not that much, yeah, maybe about 10 more minutes. But so capoeira basically stems from, it was originated in West Africa before before a time we can't even tell when it started. Like we could find in different parts of Africa different arts that look like this, and even in different places that are in this diaspora that are not necessarily in Africa. Like if you go to Martinique, they have something called La Ja, which is like a dance movement. If you go to Haiti, they have something called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a machete fighting, but it's when they're moving their body, they're dancing with the machete, right? And all of this stems from really the same thing, the Bantu people of West Africa. So I'm gonna share something really quick. Let me see. So there's a spirituality that stems from, this is something I'm studying as of now, is a spirituality that stems out of West Africa. And it's called the Bantu, it's called the Dekenga. So this symbol right here is the Dekenga. So I was taught a while ago, and I'm just now doing more research on it, that capoeira comes from this spiritual practice, which was like, it came right after the spiritual practice of Kemet. Kemet was like one of the first civilizations that we know in the world. And after that was Bantu, where people of Kemet moved to downward in Africa towards West Africa. So it's said that we live on the physical plane, and then the spiritual plane is upside down, basically. So in capoeira, the reason we do a lot of upside down movements is so that in history is so that we can connect with the spiritual world. So before it was a fight, before it was a dance, it was also it was a spiritual practice and a way of connecting. That's something that I'm still learning about, but I think is really fascinating. But again, yeah, capoeira was really honed into a martial art when it moved to Brazil, because they used it as a form of self-defense, and they were told that they couldn't practice their tradition, they couldn't practice their culture, and they especially couldn't practice how to, they couldn't practice how to fight. So it looked like it was the disguised dance. It was disguised as a dance, when in actuality it was a fight. So when the slave masters came and they saw people practicing capoeira and dancing and laughing and smiling, they didn't feel threatened by it. A little later, capoeira was used to free a lot of slaves to be free, and they created their own city called Palmares. Palmares is a city that they created in the top of the mountains in Brazil. So they used their skills and their spirituality to fight against the cannons, fight against the guns, and they didn't have any of that stuff. And they went to the mountains where a lot of the slave masters were afraid to go, and they created their own community. So yeah, so that's basically the history of capoeira. And after slavery, anybody practicing, it was illegal to practice capoeira, actually, because they said, I don't know, it was illegal because I guess the same reasons they didn't want them to practice spirituality. And it wasn't until like the late 1980 or something like that in Brazil where they actually made capoeira illegal. So that's why if you go to Brazil now, a lot of the people really it's like a very strong part of their lifestyle because it was something that was taken away from them and they was able to get it back. So yes, that's it. Anybody have any questions on that? The history of capoeira? I know I went like a lot of different levels of that, but
There, no, that's fine. It said education, history.
yeah.
So you're providing that. So I'm just going to share a couple of the comments from Facebook. Kaisha Coachman said, "Yes, I stood up and I moved my arms and my legs a little, and a little leg movement. I was at my desk. I'm in a small cubicle area, but loved my arms while sitting down also." And we have your mom sharing when you were explaining about
Can I just
the
sorry? Can I
uh,
respond to Kaisha real quick? That
yes,
was because I love that because that's what capoeira is about, like being able to use the space that is available. You know what I'm saying? Like capoeira came out of us being shackled, like having our feet shackled. So we had to be on our hands. That's why we practice. That's another theory that they said that we learned to be on our hands because our feet were shackled. So being in an office, even if you're in the cubicle, you're still able to find, make the best of the space that you have and use it to your advantage. I love that.
yes. And when you were speaking on the image, the Dinka cosmogram,
Mm-hmm.
and you were saying how connecting, staying low and connecting to the ground was connecting to their ancestors, she
Yeah.
responded, "As above, so below." And
Mm-hmm.
there are other people who shared love and appreciation and thanks to you for what you're sharing today. And someone dropped in there, "Let's go to Brazil."
Let's go. I'm gonna go.
Yes, Veronica planned that. She said, "Let's
Let's
go
go.
to Brazil."
I need to make another trip. I'm definitely down to go. But yeah,
Uh,
same. So like what mom was saying, exactly. You saw me doing a lot of hand movements like this to the ground. That's also like part of the cosmogram. Like growing up, I didn't know what that meant. I just thought it looked cool. I saw a lot of the maestros of capoeira doing it. They did a lot of touching of the ground and going low. And as I got older, some of the masters were telling me what it meant and how it was like a way of connecting to the spirit. And even sometimes they'll like make a mark on the ground. And I always thought it was like a cross because it looks like, I know in Christianity, they do the thing like this and then they do this, like the cross. But actually they told me it was a disguise, but it was actually the Bantu cosmogram that they were drawing on the ground. So it's like different ways that they were able to still connect with their spirituality. Yeah. Even though it was illegal. So yeah, if
oh,
there's any more questions, go ahead. You go.
okay, yes. So we got a response that it's not Veronica that's chatting, it's Kay Sweetness. She's in Veronica's home. Okay, Miss Kay, we see you.
Okay.
See
So
that
I have a
just
question. Yeah, so you said that it's a way of speaking spiritually. So my question to you would be, what are the practices spiritually, right? What is the belief system in capoeira? And I don't know what the name that you had said. You could say it again, Stephanie, or
Yeah.
I don't even see a name.
My name? Or you talking about the
Yeah, yeah.
spirituality? Oh, my name is Mtambuzi. Mtambuzi.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then the spiritual practice or the emblem, like the sign.
Yeah.
What is that, and like what practices are utilized in it? I'm just curious to know.
Yes. So it's an ancient practice. Maybe I didn't emphasize that. It's not necessarily a practice that is being practiced right now as an ancient practice. It's kind of like, it is being practiced now. Like in Brazil, they have something called candomblé. And I'm not necessarily practicing it, but I'm studying it as a form of like connection to like, or having a better understanding of where capoeira comes from. But in Brazil, they practice something called candomblé, and it's very similar to Ifa. So I don't know if people are familiar with Ifa, but it's a current spiritual practice that comes out of West Africa, like Nigeria region. But Bantu came even before Ifa. So they say that because Bantu was the first, some of the really original spiritual practices, a lot of it was what's the word? A lot of it was lost because it was so early And that was like around the time when they were destroying a lot, the slave masters were destroying everything, any evidence of anything. So a lot of that practice is lost. So to me, that's another reason why it's so interesting to learn about, because it's something that's not even, it's like a uncovered, like a hidden spirituality. And that's like at the roots of everything that we know now is basically the roots of that. So Ifa, we know Ifa, but Bantu is really like the basis before Ifa even came out. You know what I'm saying? Ifa is just like about 500 to 1,000 years old. This is like 5,000 years of worth of knowledge and spiritual space. Thank you. That was a good question. Peace, Brother Kojo. Peace, good brother Mtambuzi. Peace, Brother Kojo.
It's Kay. She said she just walked 10 blocks to her house and I'm moving. I'm officially recovered from COVID. Yes, Kay, thank you for sharing with us that Kay had been diagnosed with COVID and she's been healing. You ready to come in here with it? There you go, Mama.
I'd like to hear my voice.
Hello.
Well, thank you for today. I wasn't sure whether I was going to be on here. I was speaking with Mbembola earlier. I was in transit and I didn't know my transit was my feet. I thought I was going to be taking a bus or something, but I had to walk. And I did it. I hadn't walked with intention like that, with a destination. I walk most mornings and most days, but with the destination having to find Veronica's house. And it was an open, welcome door. I want to give thanks for that. I have tea here. I have blueberries. I'm living large, right? I'm just sitting here being fed, having a really good time and feeling really good, because anybody on here who's had COVID, it'll take you down. It will take you down. And I'm so glad I'm on the upside with gratitude. Gratitude is good. And really, I appreciate your presence. I mean, I love your mother, so I'm pretty biased. So, because you're her son. But I do appreciate you teaching us things that we need to know. And I'm open. Another thing I want to share with the community is that an open heart and an open mind receives. And so as we stretch, we're stretching ourselves. I'm finding that things that I used to do no longer service me. So that means I need to get new things to do. So my son also is into movement, and he's been teaching me about, getting in alignment. Because I'm twisted, right? That's why I said I'm gonna hang with you. You said 8 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. That's good. You went upside down, and that wasn't happening for me. But I tried to stay moving when you got upside down. So really, thank you for that, and encouraging anybody who's out there not feeling well. We have to move. Our body was meant to move, and then also to rest. So I'm liking it. I'm liking this intentional movement, being in touch with my lungs and my organs, and being grateful for them holding me up all these 61 years. So thank you so much, beloved.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I saw you kept moving, even though I was doing you passed the test. I did a handstand, you kept moving. That was good.
Mtambuzi, we have a request from Brother Kojo. He said his connection is spotty because he's on the train, but please speak to your teachings of children of Capoeira and what you see coming from those children.
Okay. So yeah, I think, and as Sister Veronica was just saying that too, I think Capoeira is like, what it makes it special to me is that it's like some of the basic movements that our body does anyway, especially as a child, you know what I'm saying? So I think it connects with them, it connects with the children automatically. Like right now I'm teaching K through 5th grade. I've taught high school, I taught middle school, right now I'm teaching K through 5th. And I noticed that their body, it's like your body wants to do these movements, and we don't do it because of our lifestyle. We're driving a car, we're taking a train, we walk in, we play basketball, but we don't just go down low like this, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that our knees are meant to do. So like you said, if we don't use it, we lose it. So I think it's important that children do it at a young age. And I've seen a lot of growth with, with teaching the youth. I think it's just I think it's good. I think it's good. I don't know if that answers this question. But that's definitely, I think I've seen a lot of growth in children, and it also connects mentally as well. Like, I think when we have that ability with our bodies to move around, we use all our joints, all our limbs. It also helps our brain grow in a way that is, that could be restricted if we don't do that.
All right. And the question is, do you share the history with the children as well?
Yes, I always share the basic history. Right now I'm still studying. I'm going deep into like the Bantu cosmologies. Right now I'm still learning myself, but the basic history, I always make sure they know where capoeira comes from, why it looks like how it looks, and all that stuff. Yeah, definitely.
All right. And I have a question for you. If I wanted my son or my grandson to learn capoeira in Brooklyn, are you teaching in Brooklyn any classes anywhere, or could you recommend a place where young men, young boys would be able to learn this tradition?
Yes. I'm gonna find out a way. I guess I'll speak to you. I want to find a way how to put out the information. So I don't have a class in place yet, but I've definitely been speaking to another fellow teacher of mine, and we want to do summer classes. We used to do it, and we want to bring it back. So this year will be a good year to bring back some summer classes. So I'm definitely open. I don't know the exact details on other classes that are happening, but there should be classes happening. I think since COVID, a lot of things slowed down, but they're starting to pick up. They're picking back up again. So I'll definitely be doing classes, and I'll make sure I send it to the community so that you guys know.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
I may have a spot if you're looking for a location where you could
Okay.
teach.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
We'll talk more about that in debrief. So
Yeah.
yes, the encouragement is for you to teach what you have learned, even though you are learning yourself, to the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
A true teacher is always learning. So
Yes.
never take away what you have mastered so far. As you said,
Okay.
you've been doing this since you were a young child yourself. So I would consider you a master.
Not yet, soon. But thank you.
All right. Do you want to share your special offer with the community?
Oh yes, so I am also, so I teach capoeira, but I also incorporate something called qigong and a few other exercises or movements that I have learned in my history with doing martial arts and exercise. So I put all of the things that I learned together in this to create this thing called ECM, which means energy cultivation movement, right? So I know a lot of times we do movement and we might be wasting energy, but I like to focus on things that are more holistic. It'll help you actually cultivate your energy. It'll help you, optimize your energy as well as stay in shape. So I started a Patreon where I put these different practices together. I put up videos. I might do live classes. So it's for people, even if you don't live in Brooklyn, you can be a part of this. Oh yeah, this is my Patreon account right here, www.patreon.com/Mtambuzi. And there you'll find different videos. And there's a membership fee. I think is very cheap. I'm still putting it together. But the first class, for anyone who attended this session, the first class will be free. There's a complimentary exercise session. So and again, it's not only capoeira, it's capoeira, but it also involves things like qigong, yoga, tai chi, a lot of things that I've learned in my practices that are good for optimizing.
We have a hand raised, Tiffany, Andrea.
No,
Yes.
great morning, grand rising all. I was just gonna say when Tiffany talked about space, we're in Far Rockaway. So we would love to have you on the peninsula because that's something needed in our community.
Mhm.
So, and especially you being our melanated kind, we would love to
Definitely.
have you out here. Yes, brother. That's
Okay.
all yeah. So if you're looking for space, Far Rockaway we do have.
Okay. Okay. As long as if you have some people to join, I know Far Rockaway probably has a lot of people who need it, you know. So I'm definitely open.
Yes, I'll drop my information in the chat.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Oh yeah, so yeah, my contacts. You can reach me on Facebook at Mtambuzi. You just type in my name, you'll find me, and or my email mtambuzi@gmail.com. And again, my Patreon. Everybody should go check that out. Even if you don't, there's also a class there that if you want to just see what it looks like, there's a class that you can, if you go to patreon.com/Mtambuzi, you'll see the format of the website, and you'll be able to choose if it works for you or not. There's a free class there anyway. Yes, and for Wake Up Everybody, there's a monthly automated love offerings. So definitely feel free to check that out. $25 a month, $50 a month, $75 a month, $100 a month. So follow those links if you depending on what offering you want. And next up, we'll be having Martine Maliver's role play part 4, Atonement. So that'll be June 23rd, Thursday, June 23rd. So in 2 days. Actually, no, Thursday is June 24th. I think that's a typo.
Tomorrow, and don't forget to bring the men.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, actually, yeah.
You need to be there too, brother.
Okay. And W Nation welcomes all the new members.
I got it, Mtambuzi.
Okay.
I'll take it from here. Yes, Martine. For tomorrow, make sure everybody comes in and joins us tomorrow for Martine's role play session and the topic will be atonement. Welcome, Wu Nation, all new members. If today is your first time joining us in the session, please drop it in the chat. We want to acknowledge your presence and welcome you to a community where we come to learn, elevate, and ascend. Wu is live 5 days a week on virtual space. We're live on Zoom and Facebook Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. If you would like a notification when it is time to join us on one of these platforms, please text the word Woo Nation in cap locks to 74121. It is always gift giving season, and the perfect gift has the Woo logo on it. So make sure you shop our Woo swag shop at bit.ly/Woo swag. Thank you. And here's how you stay in touch with us. Register weekly at bit.ly/wake up movement. Join us on Facebook in our private group, which is bit.ly/Woo community, or on our public page, which is bit.ly/Woo Nation. Follow us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. Watch us on YouTube at bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. And you can always email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. At this time, I ask all participants still in the space to come off of mute. It is time to rain verbal love in abundance on Mtambuzi for the history lesson and the movement class. Thank you very much, Mtambuzi, for joining us this morning.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks. I appreciate all your time.
Mtambuzi for this great presentation.
Family, thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Great
you.
class.
I love being here, and I appreciate it. I'm
And I love
inspired.
y'all.
So blessed to be
Y'all
active.
need a speedy
You have
recovery
a
from
good
Ron
day.
Hill.
Bye, family.
Bye. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get
Peace,
back to
everybody.
you guys to do it.
Let's move forward, everybody.
All right.
Happy Wednesday.
Veronica.
What'd you say?
You took me over, Veronica.
Oh.
Yeah.